Welcome back everybody to another product review, and today we'll be taking a look at another classic product. This product, however, is almost unknown except to the locals where this product is sold, and it is Vival hair cream, which is from Finland. And it's possibly sold in Denmark as well because the descriptions on the box are both in Danish and Finnish. However, the ingredients are printed in English, and that's a little strange to me. But I found out about this hair cream from a fan of my channel, one of my commenters who lives in Finland, and he actually told me about this hair cream and offered to send 3 of these my way. He was really nice to do that, and I was really interested in trying it out, and they arrived in the mail summer last week. What I find really interesting about this one is that, unlike Brill cream, it is actually oil-based. Petroleum jelly is the first ingredient, as you can see over here, and it still gives that retro look. The look of the design of the box and the tube itself, you open it up, still provides that retro feel. However, with Brill cream, with the design changes over the years, it does not really give so much of that very retro design feel anymore. Well, this one, it kind of did look different from back in the day. Another interesting fact about this one is that it used to be sold under the name Suave hair cream, but for some reason, probably due to copyright from similar named companies overseas, I'm not exactly sure why, but they changed the product name from Suave to Vival hair cream, and that's what it is today. The design of the tubes in the box have changed over the years, but it still provides that really old school retro feel to it. Now, of course, in order to find out whether a product is good enough, I need to match up whether this product performs exactly how it's advertised. So I took the directions of use and the description of the product, which are both in Danish and Finnish, put them in Google Translate, and from what I've read, this product is supposed to give you shine and styling properties, of course, just like Brill cream, while also being water soluble at the same time. I'm not going to read through all the ingredients list, but it has petroleum jelly and mineral oil as its primary ingredients, and it also contains lanolin somewhere in the mix. And I believe that's what mainly gives its holding properties, because lanolin is basically animal fat, which is, it doesn't have any beeswax whatsoever, so I believe that's mainly where the hold comes from. It also does contain water and a couple of weird chemical ingredients that you can't even pronounce, which I believe has something to do with the scent and aids in the washability of this product. So enough banter, and I'll go ahead and show how this product performs. Now it comes in these little 50 milliliter tubes, just like older Brill cream. It reminds me of the Brill cream back in the 50s. These used to come in tubes that were as small as this. So right off the bat, I can already tell that this is going to be a hair cream which has a little bit of hold to it, because it's kind of thick for a hair cream that is supposed to be something like Brill cream. Well, Brill cream has lost its hold over the years. I mean, with the new design. I'm sorry, I have to refocus the camera. You guys probably seen the video where I used 50s hair Brill cream and modern Brill cream, and apparently 1950s Brill cream has a lot more hold compared to the current formula. But this one still has that thickness to it without feeling as greasy as Brill cream, so I can tell that right off the bat it's pretty well emulsified, even more than Brill cream is. It doesn't leave so much of that. It doesn't feel as greasy as I expected. I mean, I would be lying if I say that it doesn't feel greasy at all. Of course, it breaks down like nothing, but it still has a little bit that thick, but not as thick as Tanak's hair cream. It just has that slightly thicker than usual hair cream feel, with a little bit of greasiness, but not too much. It feels like the grease is well emulsified in it. And of course, it just goes in like nothing. And this product is also designed to be not greasy. But honestly, once you put it in your hair, it feels less greasy than it does on your hands. I'll just put one more tiny dab for the sides and the back. That's where I especially need more product. But as you can already see, the shine on this one is amazing. I mean, if I'm to compare it to Tanak's hair cream, which actually is a modern hair cream, but is made to be sort of like an old school style hair cream, it has less hold than that one, but definitely more shine, and it definitely has more hold and more control than Brill Cream does. You can tell it's doing a great job at keeping my sides back even for something really, really light like this. I'm just going to go ahead and form the part right now. And another thing I really do appreciate about this hair cream, with Brill Cream, at least for the modern formula, if I style a pompadour with it, it'll only stay for about 5 minutes at most before it'll start flattening down. Then it'll be a complete mess. But with this one, I can actually style a pompadour and it'll stay in its general form for the most part. I mean, I definitely need to recomb, of course, this being a lighter product. However, for a vintage hair cream, the hole in this one is amazing. I would pretty much say that this has the hole that's equivalent to that of a light pomade. You can see that I can actually style pretty quick with this one. I just style my palm almost like nothing. It's really easy to style with this. The control for a hair cream, I wouldn't say that's the best control in a hair product, but it has enough control to make your hair pretty much go where it wants to go, at least if you have more straight hair like me. I just have some slight waves at the front, but my hair is pretty straight for the most part. The high shine does stay throughout the whole day without just, the shine does not get any less as you progress through the day. And of course, the pompadour that you can style with it, if you do style a pompadour, it gives a really nice and natural shape to it. I'm not saying this will provide the best control ever for a hair product, but as you can see, the control for its kind of product is actually absolutely amazing. And of course, this being a hair cream, the weight on it is really lightweight. And it also does provide me with more height and more volume, and actually more bounce compared to most other classic hair creams I've used. And this I do find pretty impressive. Now I'll just form the dovetail at the back, and then I'll call this done. As you can tell, the sides are looking really slick down. I don't even have to use a military brush because there's a lot of that oil content in there, and it's actually a lot slicker than Brill Cream in my opinion. If this was actually readily available, I would definitely pick this over Brill Cream because it has, the conditioning effect is about the same. It's also just as conditioned as Brill Cream. My hair just feels really soft, especially after I wash the product out. And speaking of washing the product out, it's not water soluble as advertised. It'll leave some buildup if you only wash it with just water. However, if you use shampoo, it'll wash out in just one go, and that's pretty much what matters. It just washes out really easily despite being oil-based. But if you use a lot of product, then you might, 2 washes will get it out at most. But if you just use pretty much, I use between 1.5 to 2 dime-sized amounts of product each time, which is not really a lot. I mean, with this product, less is more. And I find that I need less product to style a decent pompadour compared to Brill Cream. So yeah, it's not exactly water soluble, but it actually washes out pretty well with shampoo. I mean, with Brill Cream, even though I apply about 2 to 2.5 full finger scoops of it, when I do a pompadour, like I said earlier, it'll not stay even after not a lot of time. But with this one, if I use significantly less product than Brill Cream, and this can actually pretty much stay. I mean, you definitely have to, that's if you don't really do a lot of activity. I just mostly sit down throughout the day, and for the most part, as long as it's not too humid and hot out there, my hair will actually do stay. There might be some minor deflation, but I do have to recomb throughout the day. But I would say that the hold in this one is very much equivalent to that of a true light pomade. I mean, with a lot of hair creams like these, some of you might complain that it contains no hold at all. But with Vival hair cream, I would say that it is not like a hold where you would say it's no hold, but it's something hold where you would actually say it's a true light hold. Because light hold does not mean no hold. It means there is a hold, but just inappropriate enough to just, well, yeah, a true light hold. So I would say that this one is pretty superior in its hold for a light holding product because it's a true light and not a no hold product. And right now, I forgot to show my palm. So you can tell it's super slicked up, beautiful shape, nice shine to it. And last but not least, I can't believe I forgot to describe the scent. The scent of a hair product is usually one of the most important things to talk about. The smell in this one is actually really subtle. That's one of the reasons why I forgot to describe it. I mean, I had one person tell me he's not a huge fan of the scent, but to me, I have no problem with it at all. I mean, it has a little bit of that clean, slightly soapy feel, but it's very much very, very subtle. And once you put it in your hair, you can't even smell it at all. And that's how light the scent is. I even forgot to talk about the scent, that it's almost not noticeable at all. But what's mainly noticeable about this is the amount of shine that it gives while not feeling overly greasy as Brill cream in your hair. I mean, even with the buildup, if you opt to build up with this one, with just rinsing out with water, some of it will actually wash out, but it'll leave behind a really clean buildup. Some minor, very clean buildup that's not super greasy. And it's not like an invisible buildup where if you add more product the next day, you won't notice it. You will notice it, but it's not a considerable, noticeable amount of buildup when you add more product the next day. But when you add more product and you stop with it, you will definitely feel the improved control, even though it doesn't leave a lot of buildup behind. So that's all I have to say about Vival hair cream. It does exactly what it's supposed to do in a way that it actually does have styling properties and hold compared to Brill cream. And it really does groom your hair with a light hold. It does make it soft and supple. It has conditioning properties. It does provide shine. However, even though it washes out real easily with shampoo, for something that's oil-based, it's not completely water-soluble. But nonetheless, I would say this is actually a superior classic hair cream. And you guys know how much I love Brill cream, but I love this even more than Brill cream. I wish I have something like this readily available where I am. I mean, if they sold Vival hair cream at a local drugstore, I would pick that over Brill cream on any day pretty much. But one thing that Brill cream is superior over Vival hair cream is that when it comes to degreasing, Vival does not do the best job. I mean, it will degrease an oil-based pomade to wax your once out of a hair, but just a little bit, but Brill cream does a much better job. And furthermore, Brill cream also gives a more wet and slightly greasier look. They both are on the high shine side of things, but I'd say that Brill cream is slightly shinier, and it also provides better degreasing qualities. But other than that, I still prefer Vival hair cream because I just love the control and hold I get from it. I was actually pretty impressed when I first started with it. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, click on the bell icon so you don't miss a single upload of The Squinty Show, and I'll see you next time on The Squinty Show.